Hey everyone, welcome back to Bear's Workshop. I'm Bear, and in this episode, this is going to be the next episode of our pool project, the BYOP pool project. We're going to go over a couple things that went wrong, a couple things that went right. We have the PebbleTec done, and this is going to be a time lapse with a little bit of voiceover of yours truly, and we're going to see what got done and what didn't get done. Join me. Let's watch this video. Okay, so this is one of the final phases of the pool. After this gets filled, they come back out and they acid wash the pool, which was really exciting because the next step is to fill the pool. We did have a major problem, and it still at this moment is unresolved. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this guy right here. He's taping up two deck jets. He pulls the tape off that the shotcrete guys put down. As you can see, he takes it off and then he retapes it with his own tape to make sure that everything is sealed and covered. That's great, except he taped the wrong spot here. In the deck jet, the whole base is about this big. The lens is about this big, and that's what should be taped up. So what he did was he taped around here, and the difference is about 2 inches, and you can see it in this picture I'm going to put up right here. Okay, so on this, that means that the decking, the plaster, the PebbleTec, the PebbleSheen, whatever you want to call it, we'll call it plaster, is 1.5 inches too short. Now, the day before, well, not the day before, but a couple of days before, pre-site came out for this company, and they looked at everything to make sure everything was right. They had come out, and I asked them about the water cleaner, the pop-ups. I said, what height do I cut that pipe at to put the body of the pop-ups in? And they said, cut it at the shotcrete height. There was 2 pop-ups on that Baja deck that we were just looking at. So I cut them at that height. I put in my pop-ups, and then we put the single tile line at the same height as the pop-ups. That's what the guy told me. That's what I did. He came out, he looked at it, he said, those are great. So when this guy comes out with the taping job, he actually put it too short. And the problem with this is that at some point either the shotcrete guys didn't go up high enough, or the plumbers went too low or too high, and the bodies of those deck jets were about 1.5 inches too high. So the guy doing the tape puts it in the wrong spot, doesn't realize that it's at the wrong height. And you see these guys working, they look very professional as far as they know what they're doing. But he, for some reason, tapes up the wrong spot so they don't put the deck at the right height. And that deck would have been at the wrong height to match up with those pop-ups and the tile that was put down that you can see on maybe the right side. And so now we have uneven stuff. So while he's doing this, I'm walking around and I'm looking, because I've never seen these deck jets without the tape on it in like 6 months. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not that long. So I thought there was a trim ring, so I keep going through stuff. I'm looking through the boxes of parts. I'm looking for a trim ring that goes around this, and I find nothing. Finally, later on in the afternoon when they were done, I'm going through the manual, and I'm like, and it says where to put these deck jets in relation to the plaster, and instead of putting it here, they put it here, 1.5 inches. So I've been working with that plaster company to say, who's going to fix this? Because this guy should have known not to tape it up at that spot. He tapes it up in the wrong spot. Now we're stuck. Everything's already put in. And I talked to them the next day, and they're like, yeah, that's not right. They should be at the same height. And I'm like, yeah, you remember you told me to put these filter heads or the cleaner heads at this height? He's like, yeah, that's the right height. Oh, well, the plumber must have done something wrong. I think it was the shotcrete guy, because the shotcrete guy goes up another inch, and I put my pop-ups another inch higher, the tile goes up 1 inch higher, everything's going to be set. So now they're fighting with the plumber to see who's going to do what. And this has been probably like 3 or 4 weeks since this was actually completed, and I'm going to once again have to go to the Register of Contractors to give them a little push. I know they're going to say, well, things are tough right now, things are slow because of that virus that's going around, but you know, that's not going to be an excuse for not even calling me back. The guy's getting my messages, I can see it when I text him. So anyway, that's an unresolved problem, and it's a big problem. These guys should have known that he's probably done 100 of these little deck jets and should have known where to tape it up, but he didn't. Besides that, everything else went rather smoothly. You can see over here, we have our bar stools. They look pretty awesome. Everything lined up with them, and they're great. They look great. They sit at the right height. Very happy with the covers that we put on them. They were like pre-made tile covers with little dolphins in it. Really excited about those because we can just sit there and kind of lounge out. The Baja deck, a little low. Deep end looks great. So things are looking really good. You can see right above me, they hung all these ropes so that they can hang all their tools as they're working. You can see all these guys, they flew through this in just like 4 hours. But having all these little ropes up there to hang everything, I thought was pretty neat because everywhere they went, they could just throw things up. Everybody seemed to know what they're doing. They got everything done really quickly. You can see this nice blue color. It's got the little sparkles. You might be able to see them. They're taking like these little sparkles and they're just throwing in them random areas, which is pretty cool. I kind of liked it, and we paid a little extra for, I don't know what it was called, but we'll just call it sparkles. Okay, you can also see on this one area of the Baja deck, there was a big arch in it. The shotcrete guys really kind of fouled this up. I didn't notice it right away, but you can see how it bows. And I had the PebbleTec guys, while they were doing that, I had them kind of fix that up, and now you can see what it looks like now to kind of fix that bow in there. You know, doing your own pool, you run into things that you don't know you're going to run into, and sometimes you run into them too late, like the Baja deck, the bow in the Baja deck, and all the other problems that I've had throughout these different steps and I've talked about. So whether or not this BYOP is worth it or not, still undecided. The pool is complete. We still have a couple more videos to make of it, but it has been very stressful. There was a bug. I don't know if he made it into the view. Hopefully he did. Cameo. So very stressful. It is kind of easier to just pass it on to someone else and just say, make this happen. Then again, they may not have noticed the mistakes that were happening as they happened, and I may have been like, well, what are we going to do about that now, you know? And the general may have just been like, well, that's the way it is. I don't know. But I did catch a lot of things that happened, was able to correct them. Very stressful with dealing with the excavation people and all the different problems that we had. But I'm still happy. The pool looks great. We still have a lot of landscaping to do. We have to finish the tile, the travertine that's going around it. We still got to figure out the water feature, which we've pre-plumbed, but we haven't finished. You can see here's the pipe for the water feature. We still have to figure out what we're going to build around that. We're probably going to get some big boulders, stack them around there. But you can see this pipe and there's nothing around it. We just haven't decided what the best course of action is for what we're going to design. And also there's a little thing about money. And so that's going to wait a little bit, but we did the pre-plumbing on that because we knew we were going to do it. It just wasn't in the budget right now. So that eventually is going to hopefully be this great big rock waterfall thing where we can sit underneath, and I think it's going to look pretty cool. But that's going to be a video down the line when somebody pays me money to do it. So we'll see what happens. So this was the PebbleTec. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you liked it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you can see future videos of this pool, and then maybe anything else that I might have. We throw out a lot of random videos that just do-it-yourself stuff. Go ahead and hit some buttons, maybe the subscribe button, the like button, comment how great this pool looks, or man, this looks like crap. I don't care. I'll delete those comments anyway. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.